Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this house. Links to purchase this is in the description box below. Tools you will need. Small bottle like this with nozzle is best, but if you don't have it's okay, you can use toothpick. I'm using wood glue, or you call it PVA or white glue, and using toothpick to apply the glue is okay too. Also, you will need a file and a pair of scissors to cut all the windows. If you don't have a file, you can use sandpaper as well. Sometimes when the pieces came out the pack, it's not very sharp or hard to get into the slot. Just use a file to file the edges like in the video now, and then it will make them to slot into each other much easier. As these are laser cut items, the edges might lose color onto the fingers. First up, we are making the chimneys. The inner part of the top chimneys we don't need. So what I normally do is I use a clear pot to put away the bits that I don't need. In case I accidentally throw away anything, then at least I can look for it inside the pot instead of looking through the rubbish bin. In the video now, I'm using PVA or white glue. Throughout the video, I am using the same glue. When you put the items together, make sure everything's lined up. And you don't need a lot of glue onto the parts, because if you put too much glue on, it will ooze out, and then sometimes it makes the parts very slippery onto the item. With this window, there is a clear plastic film, so remove that. And as you're cutting it, cut just slightly inbound the white area and follow the line. Cut as close as possible. And while you're cutting the windows, may as well cut the rest of the windows out and put aside. With this set, there are a couple of spare bits in case you will lose them, especially the tiny triangles. Make sure the right angle side of the triangle stick onto the piece, and the end of the edge need to be level with the edge of the other piece. For the windows, the shiny side is for the face of the building, because there are two sides. One side is because it's printed on, so it's where the lines are matte color, so you want the shiny side facing outside. I like to make things while the glue is still kind of wet and movable, because then it gives me time to kind of adjust the pieces. I strongly not suggesting to use super glue, because super glue don't give enough time to maneuver the pieces if they are out of place. With this, you could put the plastic frame window in first and do it the other way. I'm just showing you how I make this. There is no right or wrong how and what steps you make them first, but some of the parts they do need to do it together, especially when there is slots that you need to slot into each other, then that one need to pay attention. But this kind of small bits you can do it different way. Once you glue on the window, just make sure it cover the existing hole and centralize in the middle of the piece. And then now we move on to the top piece for the roof. And now we move on to the main body of the house. Same again, if the slot is hard to slot in or any of the slot does not really fit, just use a file to file the edges. With this house, particularly this one, the chimney position is completely different than the others. So make sure the chimneys, all the corners, are stick right to the corner of the main body. For the front of the building, you will see I'm taking out the piece right now. Once, get rid of all these little pieces which we don't need, and put some glue at the back. You will see there is a kind of like a odd shaped triangle shape in the middle on the table right now. Once this piece go onto the face of the house, make sure all the edges are aligned. While the glue is still wet, put that piece in straight away. And make sure all the edges are aligned, especially the bottom edges. Once you're happy with it, put some glue for the middle piece and fix it down. And then now we are moving on to add more windows. If you find the piece difficult to come out, then don't kind of force it out, like slightly wiggle the piece of wood and then they will come out. But sometimes they do fall out straight away, as these are laser cut items. Sometimes you just don't know how they behave after they've been lasered. The top central window are a little bit different than the rest. If you look into the video now, this one, the one I pick up, have no kind of horizontal bit sticking out on the sides. So this one is for the top center window. But don't worry if you're not sure which one I'm talking about, because the others will not fit into that slot anyway. The details I'm putting on right now, they are the same for the top 3 windows. With this piece, make sure the edge is touching the bottom of the balcony and nothing sticking out at the bottom of the piece. With this door, make sure the bottom edge is aligned with the cutout. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel to see more videos and updates. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.